Hello, in this short video we will cover remote work and the new Webex Desk Pro. Now I will call my colleague Derek and we will talk about the Desk Pro. Okay Webex, call Derek Stevens.
Call Derek Stevens, right?
Yes.
Sure thing. Calling Derek Stevens.
Hey Derek, how's it going?
Good, how's everything?
Good, you're coming in crystal clear.
Nice.
So tell me about your remote work arrangements.
Yeah, so, right now I'm working from my home office. As we all know, a lot of companies have recently had to make the shift to remote work. And now when I started working from home, it wasn't the best experience. As you can imagine, I was sitting at the desk all day, hunched over the laptop, had that low angle view of my face for all my meetings. So yeah, I'd be happy to talk about the Desk Pro and sort of about how it extends the office experience to a remote environment. And talk a little bit about how it's benefited me.
So what are your favorite features?
Yeah, so I love the face-to-face communication, right? But beyond that, this thing is just packed with features. The high-quality camera, the audio, noise suppression, it's just it's a phenomenal experience. But now might be a good time to talk about virtual backgrounds a little bit, since we both have ours up.
Definitely, that's definitely one of my favorite features. So what I'm going to do is just pull up the actual virtual background. You can see that this background behind me is completely virtual, it's not real, and I actually can choose from a variety. I can disable it, I can blur the background, and I can also choose from custom backgrounds. So, but we have 3 built-in ones that we're using right now.
Yeah, it's great, especially for someone like me. A little bit on my situation, I sort of took over my child's room as my temporary workspace. So a little context before I stop the virtual background, but as you can see, I've got some curtains here that I haven't had to get a chance to replace yet. We've got a treadmill in the back, which I should use more than I do. So when I'm talking to colleagues and customers, it's really great to have the option to choose a virtual background. Yeah, it really takes away the distraction.
Yeah, it's also a lot more professional.
Yeah, exactly. And just a couple other features that I really like. So you've got Webex Assistant, right? David, I'm sure you probably called me using that. But for controlling the meeting as well, right? So you could start your meeting, record your meeting, end your meeting. As you can see, I'm at a standing desk here. So I'm not exactly in arm's length from the device itself. So being allowed to have that distance and still control the meeting is really cool. We could talk about a bunch of things, right? But the facial recognition, right, with the name label right at the bottom here. And that does a whole bunch of things on the back end too, like it gives IT and facilities information on how many people are in the room, people count, things like that. If I was in the office and a colleague came over, their name would appear as well, and it just gives quick context to people that are in the meeting. Absolutely. So some really powerful stuff there.
Great. Let me pull up a whiteboard and want to talk about a remodel that we have going on here. Wondering what your opinion is of how we should remodel. We are thinking about redoing everything. Maybe you can give us some feedback.
Yeah, the first thing you've told me that this guest suite is never used, and obviously now needs space to work remotely, so that's ideal for that. And then we could cut through the kitchen here, make a nice little opening. I think it would be really nice.
Great ideas. What we were thinking about doing is maybe opening up this area here, and also maybe adding a door in this area over here, just basically making it look less crowded.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So this is great, right? This is just one example. There are many use cases for annotation. Think about annotating on a PowerPoint or PDF, design files, for example. But even like are the whiteboard capabilities as well, right? Like that's really powerful. Agile teams can use it. You know, you can have education is a great use case as well. You could have somebody sitting at the desk on a Desk Pro, co-creating with somebody in a meeting room, and you know, with a Webex board. So you could have multiple people in a meeting room. Person at the desk has that same capability at their desk. So really powerful stuff.
Absolutely. So why don't we take a look at some other features of the Desk Pro?
Yeah, sounds great. David, thanks so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Okay, Webex, end call. In terms of additional features, this is a 27-inch 4K display, 4K camera. You can actually see we have a green join button, so all of my scheduled meetings appear right here. And it's important to have a solid-state video conferencing equipment because you can offload all that work that would be on your laptop, right? So your laptop can be crashing, can cause performance issues, audio, video quality issues, and you don't want that disrupting your meeting. Another important feature is USB-C connectivity. So with the use of a simple cable, anybody can walk up, connect the USB-C cable, and then their laptop is going to be projected on the screen, and I can use Touch Redirect in order to navigate through my productivity applications or maybe pull up custom applications that you might have. So this is a good example of the phenomenal 4K screen that we had. You can see the resolution is quite impressive. So again, USB-C functionality essentially turns this into a docking station for your PC. We also have the ability to do web engine macros. So you can basically add a little macro here, and this is a little simple app that somebody wrote, and I have the ability to, this is a geography game, and I can go ahead and, you know, play this geography game, etc. But the point is that this is a web server URL that I am actually rendering locally on the device. Last but not least, we have the Cisco Headset 730. This is a premium Bluetooth device. It comes in either platinum or in carbon black. Now we have it docked in an optional dock for charging purposes, but it's not required. And basically, this is a boomless architecture. It has very sophisticated noise filtering, both in the mic as well as in the earpiece. And one of our big differentiators is our ability to manage this headset using Call Manager or using a app that you can download from the actual App Store. So from the Apple or Google Play App Store, you can download this app, and this will allow you to manage various features and functionality. There's built-in tutorials. You can upgrade the firmware. And of course, the 730 and the Webex Desk Pro can both be managed using the Webex Control Hub. So this is a very convenient single pane of glass to manage everything in your infrastructure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.